So thank you everyone for joining this morning for this informational meeting regarding the new exciting employers report. So basically, this meeting will be simply to go over the employers report. So we're going to try to limit the scope of the meeting just to make sure that we stay on task, which is just to kind of give you guys a look at the employers report, discuss a little bit of the background, how, we came about the form itself, some of the driving forces. Probably most importantly is the, governor's initiative, and also just the idea of modernization. So welcome everyone. So it's the what. So what you need to know. So the Industrial Commission received the directive from the governor, as I mentioned, regarding modernization. In today's world, everything is moving towards, getting everything online, you're getting everything electronic. The commission invested in Salesforce back in 2019, and part of that was so that we could, make the process smoother, quicker, faster, and also efficient, and not least of which also to be able to harness quite a bit of data. So this kind of fits into that process as well. So the target audience obviously is the employer. It's the employer's report consistent with the statute 23908G. The employer is to complete the form within 10 days, and the rule R25-106 talks about the requirements of the fields, which includes a signature, and Tina will review when we take a look at the form, how that signature process works. So again, we talked about modernization. Once you get a good look at the form, this is a screenshot of it, but it's broken into sections, and we'll go over each of those fields with you just so you can kind of get a look at it and talk about some of the rationale behind it. Modernization, again, is very key with the Industrial Commission in terms of its overall ambition. And so we're pleased to keep moving forward and show you kind of what we're proud of as far as the new employers report. Again, we talk about the statute and the rule. Okay, where? So the form. So there's actually quite a bit, and Tina will go over this a little bit more in detail, but it's available now. It went live, I think it was April 7th. So if you go to the ICA community, you'll see the employers report link. And we've come to that part that I've been alluding to. Tina Brown, I think I failed to mention who's in the meeting, and I apologize for that. I'm Don. I'm one of the project specialists. We have Tina Brown, who's our business analyst, Adrika Gavins, the assistant claims manager, and Sue Bellis, also one of our project specialists, and I believe Ruby Tate, the claims manager, has joined as well. So we're the team, and we're happy to show this, walk you through this. So without any further ado, Tina, are you ready?
Hey, good morning. Thank you, Donnie. Yeah, really quick, let me just share my screen. All right, so Donnie talked about a few ways. I think there's a few ways, right, that we can get to this form. Can everybody see my screen? Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So divisions, claim divisions, we can go through employers. And through the employers, we have the employer's report of injury form. We can also go through online services, Industrial Commission of Arizona forms. You scroll down to down below alphabetically under claims. There's the employer's report of injury form. And I also believe we can get to it right through the community. Right here, employers use only. We put that big and bold because we had injured workers filling out their own employers reports. So let's get started. So as Donnie indicated, we do have a new form. Through that link, it would take us through. I'm going to go into our sandbox, our play environment. If you see filling this out, it's more like kind of like the 407 that we launched recently. It's more of like a textile. So once we complete all the questions, required questions and so forth, it will generate the 101 PDF for us. I test all the time. That's what I do. I get to play and test in our test environment. So I got a lot of stuff that auto-populates for me. Again, be careful if you do that in Google Chrome and make sure that you have the right information. So for our testing, I'm going to enter I'm in pain again. So we have first name, last name, social security number, limited to, you can put full digits or limited to, you can put 4 digits. If unknown, we can enter zeros. A date of birth. We have gender, so we have the new gender, male, female, non-binary, prefer not to say. Legal dependence at time of injury. So again, this portion is the first portion. Please tell us about the injured worker. Legal dependence at time of injury required. Now we have added dominant hands, which plays an important role sometimes for those type of injuries. Marital status. Again, I've got Google Chrome, so it kind of auto-populates some stuff for me. We hit next. Now it asks, please tell us about the injured worker's job and employment status. So we have job title, date of hire, employment status, full-time, part-time, intermittent, seasonal, and temporary, base rate of pay. Now, again, we can put the hourly salary or what have it in the per box. We've got hourly, monthly salary, and see the wage explanation. So we could do hourly. We could have an explanation here. Number of days worked per week. Date of last wage increase, if that was applicable. Class code, if available. I'm going to put claims adjuster for job title. Oh dear. So again, this is just a short brief. Tell us about injured worker's job and employment status. I hit next. Employer's name. Again, I've got a lot of auto-populating, which really helps me when I'm testing. If you use Google Chrome, be careful with that. SIN number if available. Again, we have supervisor's name that we could put in here. The carrier, if we have that information, and the policy number, if we have that. And new is industry, so we would put the industry, and that is required.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Please tell us about now it's the next page is please tell us about the injury. So we have, obviously we have date of injury. We'll do April Fool's Day. Time of injury, if you have that information, the date reported. We have the fatality here, yes or no, not required. Obviously, date of death, if it was different than the date of injury. Last day worked. If applicable, has employee returned back to work? Yes. If they do, the box populates. For the return to work date, you could see kind of the gap, right? If they were greater than 7 days or what have it. Describe where and how the accident happened. Describe what part of body. Limited to 255 characters, as I think it is today. We hit next. We could enter the witness information if available. Did the injury, we added, this is new, did the injury include tooth loss or laceration? We can indicate yes or no there. Did they go for medical treatment? Did the employer direct it, I should say? Was the injury reported to OSHA per severity guidelines? If applicable, put yes. And then again, these are just name of treating clinic for the injury, name of treating hospital for the injury. And then again, if validity of claim is doubted, list reasons. List the reason. Again, this is limited to 255 characters. We hit next. So now you have your 3 portions, right? And it gives us at the end, please review the information you've completed. So again, it just kind of gives you the opportunity to make sure, yes, I've got the right information in there. Everything looks good. I have a chance to add stuff. I forgot to put in the policy number and I have it or what have it. And then look at there, it says everything looks good. Voila. So you hit everything looks good. Now this is where the 101 is going to go for the Adobe electronic signature that we talked about. We've got the title. And then obviously agreeing to these terms that you are authorized to sign this form and that all the representation included on this form are true, accurate, and complete. We hit submit. A message is going to come up, says thank you for your submission, but again, it's important to note that it's not final until signed, and that email. So the electronic, just like it did before, you get electronic email for signature. So if I jump to my email really quick, just want to show you, these are ones I did before. So this is what it looks like when it's complete. So once you get the Adobe signature, you sign it, then it comes back to you and has a signed copy for you. So then that's at that point you can forward to all the interested parties. So again, you've got the top portion, injured worker, you got the employment portion, you have the injury portion, and then with signature and the date. Any questions?
Okay. And I also wanted to mention that I posted some FAQs. There's a link to some FAQs in the chat box, so check those out.
Nice, Tina. Nice presentation. Thank you.
I was
You're
talking,
welcome.
I was talking, but I was on mute.
Oh,
But anyway,
did
yeah. So as Tina said, are there any questions? Now it's the Q&A section of the meeting. And so specifically about the form itself, if you have any questions, feel free to post them in the chat or just speak right out. All right. All right.
And then, yeah, and then the Adobe signature is really quick. I just got the email. The one that I just submitted, I got the email. So it does happen pretty quickly.
Thank you, Patty.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for joining us this morning. And we think we have like a couple more sessions. So if there's something you thought you missed or you want to kind of join us again, feel free to.
May I ask one question? Is there any cut and paste capability? For instance, a signature.
It's silent. I have to I'm pontificating that because it's an Adobe signature. So
Yeah, I'm not for sure on that one. If you can cut and paste. I haven't done it. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure you can.
Yeah, I think it's no different. However Adobe signature works today. So if you were able to do that through in the past through Adobe, then you should be able to. Ruby, what'd you say, Ruby?
Oh, I just said I'm pretty sure you can.
Yeah.
You saw Tina's Google Chrome settings, so you can go in there and like manage which auto pop you have. So like once you've save that and kind of, you can customize that. It'll auto pop like the employer every time. You know, that's your own personal settings in Google. So there's, you know, you can
Right.
set it up to be pretty smart and auto populate like the same information every time if you're filling out the same 101 for the same employer every time. But the injured
Right.
worker can be blank because you can control that setting in your Chrome.
Right. Yeah, you just gotta be careful with it because you end up putting, you know, for the injured workers portion for sure, right? You want to make
Mhm.
sure that good
And
question.
I would just like to put out there as well as that, you know, as carriers, the carriers might be represented here, but if you do have employers that do fill out that 101, please invite them to the Q&A. You can send them out, let them know they can come and, you know, listen and ask any questions about completing that form as well. So just want to put that out there as well.
Okay. Well, again, thank you guys for joining us this morning, and I am going to go ahead and end the recording.
Thank you, Donnie.
Thanks, everybody.